Hi, I'm Movie Cat, and you are watching Fantastic Crap. Last episode was all about the 80s, as we did a movie that was indeed pure 80s, so I felt this time we would move it up a notch to the 90s. Now there are several movies that just embody the feel and spirit of the 90s that instantly remind people of the time as soon as they think of the movie. Ninjas seem to be a hot subject for the time as well. And now many of those 90s nostalgia movies have ninja themes, such as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, of course, and also movies like Three Ninjas. The movie we are going to be focusing on now came out in 1993 and is named Surf Ninjas. To me, this is the ultimate 90s movie that embodies everything that made the 90s awesome. Well, for some people. For others, it embodies everything that made the 90s insufferable. This movie is goofy, dumb, and all kinds of stupid, and I believe it holds some fantastic charm and sense of fun. So start shining your surfboards, sharpening your katana blades, and get your bananas on. It's time to hit the waves with stealth-like mastery as we dive into the world of surf ninjas. New Line Studio. Like Canon, this is another studio that I highly love with a passion, and it has done so many fantastic and awesome movies. I mean, it is the house that Freddy built after all. We start with the boys surfing, showing off some tubular surfing skills as some 90s rock blasts away, and then we get a bit of narration by what seems like a homeless beggar with an eye patch. He is keeping his one good eye on the two kids who love to skateboard and surf. I mean, of course they do. This is the 90s.
Hey, guys, how many times I gotta tell you? No Van Halen till I had my coffee.
We've already had ours.
Guys, homework?
Oh, come on. That rule just seems unreasonable. There is always time for Van Halen. The two brothers' best friend Iggy lets himself in unannounced to make himself a little breakfast, which seems to be the norm for him.
Iggy, you're here every morning, you're here every night. Don't your parents ever ask where you've been?
Mr. McQuinn, my parents were sealed in the biosphere in Arizona. Memento?
What?
Wait, his parents is Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin? Suddenly, ninjas seem to be after the boys, but it seems they are being watched over by a ninja bum with mad skills.
They came to kill the boys as I knew they would, but I was there to stop them.
You guys are vile.
It seems that Johnny has an important school assignment that he forgot about, and he's totally unprepared for.
One of the world's great spiritual leaders, the Baba Ram of Bikram. An Asian American student has been persuaded to volunteer and prepare a welcoming presentation, which I've been assured is in the traditional ethnic style.
Oh man, this is gonna be wacky, isn't it?
Ba 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 rum, ba 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 rum. Take my hand, went to a dance.
You know, I think he nailed it.
Here? Here?
So, who keeps sending these ninjas out to murder these surf kids? Well, it's the movie's villain, of course, a diabolical tyrant ruling a small country with an iron fist. A man who is so evil, so terribly frightening and intimidating. A man who is...
Grilled cheeseburger.
by Robo Leslie Nielsen. Seriously?
I think I fully dinged my board on a rock or something.
Nah, you just hit a ninja scuba diver. It happens. The kids and their friend are having a nice dinner with their adopted father when the eye-patched bum shows up, and then right after his arrival, ninja attack. It's a little known fact that skateboards are the most lethal of ninja weapons. It's true! They escape, but their stepfather gets kidnapped and they learn that they are actually royalty, but their kingdom was attacked by an evil mercenary while they were very young. There is something both hysterical and slightly intimidating about Leslie Nielsen wielding a sword. This is the most fascinating casting choice I think I've ever seen.
Satch, you and those children will never escape!
So that is how he became a cyborg. An elephant stepped on his head. The police show up, and of course they are skeptical of the kid's story, and the detective on the case brings them to what they tell him is their Uncle Iggy's house.
Now you kids, get in here and clean up your bloody room. And I know best, because after all, I'm 37. Now don't make me come out there and beat you with a leg of mine that no longer works, because I'll do it!
Oh God, why? No, make it stop! Make him stop! So, of course, there are some ancient prophecies saying that the oldest kid would be a great warrior leader, and the youngest would be a great seer, and his mystical seeing properties start to kick in.
Crown Prince Autumn would become a true visionary.
That's weird. Where's Shinobi? I thought I was playing Shinobi.
Oh goodness, Shinobi got replaced by the Surf Ninjas game? Kid got screwed over by his own movie!
What a cool game.
No, it really wasn't. So, the kid starts seeing events that are happening through his video game. Wow, that has to be one of the coolest psychic powers I've ever seen. Though you might be asking yourself, why a Sega Game Gear? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. Sega financed part of the production. The ninjas come for them, and they once again escape, but not without casualties.
Our pal Long John Silver here left the gas on. Real bright. I mean, what if the house blows up?
I had no choice. Now you have no choice but to come with me. It's your destiny.
Man, it really sucks when it's your destiny to have your house blown up.
And now every time I say what if, it comes true. I said what if the house blew up, and it blew up. I have this tremendous responsibility.
You keep him to amuse you, yes? Like a boy would keep a monkey or snake?
There's absolutely nothing I can add to that. The eye patch ninja guy nailed it perfectly.
Kill them! Hold on for a second. I've got call waiting. Yes. Kill them immediately! Yes, now where were we? Yes, kill them!
Well, it's obvious that Leslie Nielsen is having a blast with his evil overlord role. Actually, it's said that he was pretty intimidating on the set because he remained in character off camera in an attempt to scare everybody. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. That does seem to fit right in with his sense of humor. Johnny finds out as a kid he was set up to marry and is introduced to his bride-to-be. But soon after that, their magic game gear lets them know that ninjas are attacking, and the kid uses his magical game system during the fight.
Let's see. Fish, lobster, octopus. Eat squid, Poncho.
In case you're wondering, the game shown here is not the Surf Ninja game that was released to stores, but was a whole other Surf Ninjas game, created just to be used in the movie only. Maybe they should have released that one instead. Also, Johnny's magic butt-kicking powers suddenly kick in. He's probably just had all that kung fu stuff rub off on him when he was hanging out with the Ninja Turtles 2 years earlier.
No.
You're gonna need it, kid. What? Come on.
Oh, believe me, we'll be doing all of those movies in the future.
Chopsticks.
This movie is majorly dumb. I like it. The kids rush off on a boat to their homeland with the detective following them, and at first he is knocked out and put into handcuffs, but then very quickly joined them on their quest.
I don't want to stop you. In fact, I'm thinking about joining you. Look, I ain't had a vacation in 17 months, and I'm in some deep need of some serious laughs. You know what I'm saying?
This has to be one of the most laid-back and fun detectives in history. They trek across the island to find a hidden royal cave.
Hey!
Hey, wait a minute. That wasn't Columns that he was playing. Though he would have been much better off just playing Columns.
Johnny, are you okay? Yeah. Hey, I found Waldo.
Really?
Psych.
That was so stupid that it was cute. They get to the cave and find treasures and weapons, and the Eye Patch Ninja attacks Johnny in order to fully unlock his royal potential.
Warrior spirits within you.
Listen, I don't want any spirits in me. I don't want any spears in me.
By the way, Eye Patch Ninja Guy and the kid here are real-life father and son. Yep.
Okay.
I think part of the reason why this movie works is because it knows that it's entirely silly and just embraces and stews in its own silliness. Kind of like what I do with the show. They come along a chain gang and try to go around it, but Adam falls down a cliff. But it's okay. He has an ex-rapper turned actor to write down on. Both of them get captured, and the rest of the heroes try to make a daring rescue and succeed, only to get caught again, except for Adam, who sneaks off.
Anyone need a ride?
By the way, this movie is full of really well done and awesome fight stunt work. It helps when your main star and his father are actual martial artists and black belts.
There's dynamite here.
We'll throw it at him.
I got one!
Lava punch, you light it first.
A lot of people nowadays find Rob Schneider to just be annoying, but here in this movie he works rather perfectly. Dare I say he is one of the most memorable characters in the movie?
Any light?
Wait. I've got something.
Cigarettes.
Yeah. I know I should quit.
Maybe you should get the patch. Look who I'm talking to.
The side of the island closest towards them is majorly armed and protected, so they carve surfboards from the trees and teach everyone to surf so that they can surf to the island from the unprotective side. Yeah, this movie is really going there. Hey, if you're going to go over the top, may as well go all the way up there. They assault the compound and the revolution begins with an all-out battle. Well, that guy's most definitely going to be feeling that in the morning. That guy would be so dead! Lots and lots of dead! The evil Leslie Nielsen then makes his attack. We then see his one weakness. Nelson gets the better of Johnny, so Adam uses his magical Game Gear powers to hack into his robot hand.
Well, at last.
And then the battle ensues, and Adam uses his power to help the fight. I hate it when that happens. Johnny then knocks Nelson into a pool where he explodes into sparks. This is why you always use waterproof electronics. Waterproof. We now have just watched a giant Sega commercial. I've suddenly got a weird craving to play some Sonic the Hedgehog.
Newsflash! Your side lost!
I know he was a bad guy, but seriously, I doubt that poor guy deserved all that. That sort of thing seems like it should have been reserved to Leslie Nielsen's character. Oh, and what better way to end a movie than to go back to this?
Ba 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 barin. Ba 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 barin. Ba 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 barin. Ba ba ba.
This entire scene is just great, which continues all the way through a lot of the credits. Wish I could show the whole thing, but the last thing I need is to get slapped with music copyright nonsense. If you liked what you saw here, I recommend you just find a movie for rent or on Netflix or anywhere like that and just watch it. It's good, silly fun, and there are lots of great things and jokes I had to leave out because I just could not show all of it unless I wanted an hour-long video. Nope. Oh yeah, that was Surf Ninjas. Great mindless escapism from the 90s with sports, fun characters, silly humor that works, and great fights and stunt work. I give Surf Ninjas 6 hairballs out of 10. Well, now that we have gotten that done with, I suddenly have a huge craving to go play my Sega Genesis. So, if you will excuse me, it's off to go play some Gunstar Heroes and some Golden Axe. But no Bubsy. Yeah, I have to draw the line somewhere. Heck, I'd rather play the Game Gear Surf Ninja games instead of that. See ya! he is keeping his one good eye on the two kids who love the skateboard. Who love the skateboard. Why did I mess that up? Oh, come on! That roll is that roll is caca. Oh, come on! That roll just roll. That's not how they roll. Wait, his parents? So, who keeps sending these ninjas out to murder these surf kids? Well, it's the movie's villain, of course, a diabolical tyrant ruling a small country with an iron fist, a man who is so evil, so terribly frightening, and intimidating. The side of the island The side of the island They assault the compound and the revolution. What's the revelation? Is Leslie Nielsen somebody's dad? So, who keeps sending these ninjas out to murder these surf kids anyway? Well, it's the movie's villain, of course, a diabolical tyrant. Woo, 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 woo. That last mistake was really ridiculous.